Good morning. So, Genesis chapter 37, verses 1 to 7 are of great significance. This I know because one of my kids has highlighted all of those verses. So they obviously did it for a reason. It's actually not too bad, just a minor scribble with my highlighter. So what happens when you have children? Okay, well, maybe verses 1 to 7 aren't as important as my children think they are, but yesterday I just did a really short live stream, and I just reminded us that in verse 2, where it says history of Jacob, that's a Toledoth, right? That's the passing of the torch of the authorship of the book, right? Moses compiled the book, he put the book together, but Moses isn't born until Exodus. And so we see that someone had to pass down these stories from generation to generation. And so Joseph is in the field with the sons of Bilhah and Zilpah. That would be Dan, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. And so his dad gives him a coat of many colors, which we also mentioned could mean long sleeves. And all that really matters is that it was given to him because he was the favorite son. And if you look at the coat, you remember Joseph has that coat because he's dad's favorite. So verse 4, but when his brothers saw that his father loved him more than all his brothers, they hated him and could not speak peaceably to him. Now Joseph had a dream, and he told it to his brothers, and they hated him even more. So that he said to them, please hear this dream which I have dreamed. There we were, binding sheaves in the field. Then behold, my sheaf arose and stood upright. And indeed all your sheaves stood all around and bowed down to my sheaf. And his brothers said to us, shall you indeed reign over us? Or shall you indeed have dominion over us? And so they hated him even more for his dreams and for his words. Now he has another dream in verse 9. Then he dreams still another dream, and he told his brothers and said, look, I have dreamed another dream, and this time the sun and the moon and the 11 stars bowed down to me. So he told it to his father and his brothers, and his father rebuked him and said to him, what is this dream you have dreamed? Shall your mother and I bow down? And your mother and I and your brothers indeed come and bow down to the earth before you? And his brothers envied him, but his father kept the matter in mind. So here we have the scenario. Now, it might just be worth noting Genesis chapter 12. That's on the other side of the Bible. Genesis chapter 12, verse 1. Now a great sign appeared in the heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and on her head a garland of 12 stars. So we end up seeing this picture of the sun and the moon and the 12 stars symbolizing Israel. We see the sun and the moon being the parents, and then we see, and again, there's more than one mother technically, right? For there's 4 moms involved with Jacob, but we see the parents and we see 12 kids. And so this helps us know in Revelation chapter 12 what's being talked about is the nation of Israel. But Joseph has these dreams. And as we move forward with him, what we're going to find is that his dreams became real, that his father and mother and his brothers would eventually bow down to him. There's a balance here, and I'm just going to maybe let us chew on this a little bit, is that, for one, while everyone else kind of just discarded all of this, Jacob kept it in mind. He realized that God can speak through anyone. God can speak through a donkey. He can speak through you. He can speak through me. And so we should never be too quick to dismiss the messenger whom God desires to speak through. And on the flip side, when we're the ones that God is using, we need to remember that no matter how real and true what it is we are sharing is, that sometimes we can push people away rather than bringing them in. You look with Jacob. He's sharing these dreams. These dreams are straight from God. The dreams represent a future reality. And yet, it made all of his brothers hate him. And so This just reminds me of the text that was last week at our church, I think, last Sunday night. All things are lawful for me, but not all are helpful. All things are lawful, but not all things edify. And it's just a good reminder that even though we can defend what we are saying and doing as true and correct, and this doesn't have to even be biblical, but we can justify our actions. We can justify our choices. We can list off scripture, science, logic, the Constitution. I mean, whatever authority you want to defer to, we can justify ourselves as being right. But it's a good reminder that doing that isn't always helpful. Should Joseph not have shared these dreams? I can't necessarily say that. That's what happened. That's all we have to work with in our Bible text. But it just shows us twofold. One, we shouldn't be quick to reject a message because of an unlikely messenger. And two, even if we have a perfectly true and accurate message, we need to be careful when we are the unlikely messenger and realize that the way in which we share that message may push people away or may draw them in. And it really just depends on how we do it more than what it is we are doing. So, do things with discernment. Think it through. And tomorrow's Sunday, right? So, Monday morning, we will continue on and find out what happens when you share dreams you shouldn't share, as everyone throws Joseph into a pit of Midian trainers. Funny story. We're getting to the Midianite traders. This is just, now we're done with Bible study. Yesterday, Nicole and I were joking about, I said, I wonder if we could trade Hannah to Midianite traders. And it's like, we were talking about how to pay for health insurance these days. Like, we can give them one of our kids. We'll give them Hannah. They won't see that one coming. And they think they've got a slave to take with them, and next thing you know, she's eating all of their chocolate, and, she's getting into all their stuff. But anyway, it's fun being a parent of many children. All right, you guys, God bless you. Have an amazing day. Monday morning, 7:30. I was a little late today. Been late a couple times lately. Thanks for bearing with. I try and let you guys know, though, if I'm going to be running late. You guys take care. I'll see you guys Monday, if not Sunday. See many of you Sunday night. Special communion service at our church, Sunday night, 6 p.m. Be there.